Okay, Coach, got 3 regular season matches left, and your final 2 home matches this weekend. And I know you're coming off a split last weekend, and you always want to win them all. But really, I mean, there's 3 really tough matches left, but yet
Oh,
it's also a really tight, wide open race, and you guys kind of control your own destiny here.
that's right.
But you just want to maybe talk about first,
Okay.
like last weekend,
Last
how
weekend
that went,
first.
and then
Okay.
leading to this weekend.
Yeah, Akron and Buffalo. And yeah, you always want to win both of them, but I mean, a split is pretty good too, going on the road against those two teams. I think we probably thought if we split, it would be the opposite way with the way things are in the preseason picks, but one never knows. I mean, Akron was a super exciting match because we won the doubles point, but then we had to win the last 3 singles matches that were on the court, and they were like in 3 sets, but we won them all, so that's like super exciting finish, and we really did take that momentum into Buffalo. We didn't like sit back and relax and think, oh, we beat Akron. We were still pumped up, but it's just, my gosh, when you play a 4.5 hour match and then you got to drive, 4 hours and blah, blah, blah. It's just a
Sure.
tough call to be on the road for that. So, I mean, we fought hard at Buffalo. Again, got the doubles point, which usually gives us really good momentum. But, I mean, Buffalo, I'll tell you, they came to play. And some of their players that we had seen, we usually only see them once a year because they're so far away. But some of the players have just improved so much, so I got to give them credit.
And that kind of leads into my next
Yes.
question. Like I mentioned, it just feels like a wide open MAC race this year, and you have
It
2 home
is.
matches this weekend, and Miami is always a big one. But I mean, your Ball State on Friday,
Is
they're having
oh,
a great
they're having
turnaround
a
from last
great
year.
turnaround. A
You know,
lot. I mean, they have a couple new players, but the rest players are the same. But they've stepped it up. They're playing amazingly better. So, I mean, the last couple of years we didn't have to worry a lot about Ball State, but it's big time this year. I mean, they beat Miami. And
right?
I think they're the only team that's been able to beat Miami so far. So, oh boy, they're both. We said we're after the red this weekend, but both are going to be tough. I'm just thankful that they're the teams traveling and they have to come in here, and we're home this weekend. They'll both be extremely difficult. Yep. But like you said, Mike, our destiny is in our own hands. I mean, we've got those two, and then the following weekend finish up with Western Michigan. So better to have it in your own hands and your own place than somebody else.
And then this weekend, Saturday will be Senior Day, but obviously it's the last home weekend for your seniors, and that's half of your
Half
roster
the
for
team.
kids. Can you just kind of talk about whether you want to do it as individually or as a group? Just what they've meant to you over the last 3 years for Mary, but for the rest
Yeah,
of them.
that's right. Mary's only been here 3 years. No big deal. Yeah, right. Yeah, hopefully I don't start crying. I try to not think about it a lot because as a group they've been fantastic. I mean, and I don't know if they'll get any records that their class has the most wins in, school history or something like that, but it wouldn't surprise me. And they've been a great group of kids and they've contributed so much. I mean, all 4 of them have been starting doubles teams together for the last year and this year. And actually this year the 4 seniors have been winning quite a few of
Yeah.
the doubles points for us. So yeah, that'll be a terrible loss. And then 3 out of 4 of them are in the starting singles lineup, and they've won a ton of points for us through this year and previous years. So you're not gonna replace them. I mean, you can say it'd be hard to replace them. You're not gonna replace them. And it was just ironically, I kind of think back, and Katie, Jade, and Maddie came in freshman year, so that was a class of 3, which is a fair amount on a women's tennis team. And then, Mary Hill's interested in transferring here, and you're thinking, well, that's going to put a lot of people in that class. But On the other hand, you're like, you better get someone that hot when you can. So then Mary transferred here for her sophomore year, and she's been a delight. They all have. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I was going to ask, I don't know if kind of what you just said, but, basically, sometimes with seniors, and these kids are no exception. They're great in the classroom. I mean, they've been good for you on the court, but sometimes you hit kind of late in senior year, and they're maybe thinking about their post-college lives, and
maybe like getting married or something.
Yeah, things like. But it just feels like this group. I mean, like you said, they've really both they are your 2 and 3 doubles teams, and both are 5-0 in the MAC going into this weekend, and 3 of the 4 in the singles lineup, and have whether it's this year or previous years have really done a lot for you. I mean, is that
it's worse than I thought, Mike?
But I mean, is that sort of a nice? Obviously, you recruit kids that are good in the classroom as well as on the court. But I mean, are you at all? I don't know if surprised is the word, but just that they've all seemed to be really closing their careers in such a positive way.
Good fashion in a positive way, and they're still into it. And I'm just fortunate because what you said earlier happens a lot of the times, and it's hard. They are prepared to move on, and that's their role. But all 4 of them are just still so excited and so into this season. I'm like really fortunate, because if they had gone the other direction, that's half your team and half your starters, or more than half, and it would be terrible. I don't think this is why, but I was aware that this could be, this was the way our team played out this year, and I really tried to change the schedule and get some new teams on there and some new tournaments as much as I could, and hopefully that helped a little bit. I mean, we went to a couple of different tournaments in the fall, and then this year we had some different teams that we played, either home or away. I don't know, California or Pennsylvania being one, Butler, just some different teams, so it wouldn't be same old, same old. I've seen this for 4 years. Of course, MAC conference.
Sure.
Can't change that, but I think it helped a little bit, and we try to keep practice interesting and remind them that they're leaders. But okay, so we have 2 girls that are engaged, one who's getting married in May and one the next summer, and then we have Katie Grubb has an internship with the Family Circle Cup in South Carolina, and then Mary has a job lined up, and so they've been ultra successful, not only in the classroom, but they all have their plan made for going forward from their senior year. And in a way, I think it does help that they did get their plan, because now they're not still interviewing and still seeking out what the heck's going to happen to me next month or next summer or next year.
And as we mentioned, you've got the 2 matches left this weekend. I know it's going to be emotional probably for everyone, but just any other thoughts on either the Ball State and or Miami matches? Obviously I'm sure you're looking for a good crowd support them.
It'd be nice to have a great crowd, of course. We may be at Perrysburg Tennis Center, but it's only 10 minutes up the road. I feel confident that we can, I don't want to overspeak myself, but that we can get the doubles point against both teams, and that should start us out with some good momentum. And I see some spots where I think we could get the singles points, but I don't want to divulge that right now against each team. But I think we can do it. We can.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Coach, and we will try to catch up with you this weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.